Agricept. Now Agricept is really interesting. Agricept is a citric seed extract. It comes from lemon, grapefruit, and tangerine seed. Now this is what I've learned from Agricept. I've been taking Agricept since 1995. I take 10 drops every day. Agricept naturally attracts unfriendly organisms to your body. And the pH in it kills them. The pH attracts them, and the bioflavonoids kills them. And you say, well, Dr. Bob, now listen to this. The citric seed extract will not make you alkaline at all. Oranges, grapefruits, and tangerines will make you alkaline. I want to clarify a few things. If you have chronic allergies and you consume oranges, grapefruits, and tangerines, stop that for a month and see what happens. So I'm going to give you the most common foods that cause allergies and hay fever. Oranges, grapefruits, and tangerines because they make you alkaline. Peanut butter because of the mold and the yeast on it and on the protein. Yogurt because of the protein and sugar. Ice cream and dairy products. You see, Dr. Bob, you just took away all of my food. Well, you just need to make a little bit of switching around a little bit and try some different items. And do it for a month. I had one gentleman that had chronic headaches that was drinking like a gallon of milk every 2 days. And it's like, that is not healthy for people to drink that kind of milk. If you're going to do any dairy product today, make sure it's only organic. So dairy products themselves can be an issue for some of you. Okay? Agricept does not get to necessarily the cause of the problem. See, if you have chronic congestion in your lungs, bronchitis is not contagious. I have people that come into the office and say, geez, I don't want to come in because I have some bronchitis. You're silly if you don't come in because you want to have that mid-back adjustment. I can't give any of you bronchitis. Now, if you live in the same household, okay, this always is a killer. People come in and say, well, I just got my husband's bronchitis. Well, you probably just ate the same lemon meringue pie is what you did because it weakens your immune system. That's the kind of thinking I need you to have. And if you don't change the recipe box, you'll always perpetually get sick. So people with chronic lung problems usually have weak adrenal glands. The adrenal gland is a whole nother, we talk about that a lot in my book, Dr. Bob's Guide, Drugless Guide to Balancing Female Hormones. There's also an awesome book called Adrenal Fatigue by James Wilson. Great book. Now colonic. You say, Dr. Bob, what does the colonic have to do with allergies? For all those that you don't know, I always like telling people what a colonic is for the very first time. I explained to someone today. Well, colonic is when you put a speculum. You don't put it in, but somebody puts a speculum in your rectum. And water goes in your intestines and water goes out. And it's cleansing your intestines. I get it done 3 times or twice a year. Your intestinal wall can get sticky, and pasty from wheat products. You can have an allergic challenge going on inside of your colon because you're not absorbing nutrients properly. When you drink or have a colonic, it's literally cleansing the inside of your colon and you're getting rid of all of those toxins inside of your body. If you consume a lot of wheat, by the way, wheat can cause allergies. So it means if you have a sandwich every day, you're having a little Pop-Tart every day and whole wheat toast with your egg and a lot of wheat, I would rather have you flip to spelt bread or rice bread to try to get off the wheat. Cleansers. Now, I had an individual that was just here today. She was talking to me about cleansing. Everybody wants to cleanse. First, I'd encourage you to go to my webpage, www.druglessdoctor.com, and watch my detox video. Cleansing is not necessarily about taking something. Cleansing is about changing. So she wanted to do a cleanse, and every time she does a cleanse, she gets sick. Go slow. The best cleanse is to change what you're eating. Okay, now we do have some cleansers on our webpage. We have some cleansers here at our office that have been very useful. I've gone on cleanses myself. But I don't want you to eat with reckless abandonment and then take a vitamin and think you're going to be healed. That's not what I want you to do. I'd rather have you make proper changes. Cataplex C is the vitamin C that we use in our office. I'd like you to eat red peppers, yellow peppers, and bell peppers. Alkaline food versus acid food. And I mentioned this earlier. Citrus can cause allergies. Citrus can cause hay fever. Alright, because it makes you alkaline. It's about balancing your pH. I have found in you can read all kinds of books. There'll be people that will tell you that alkaline will keep you from getting cancer, and yes it will, but you can get fibromyalgia. If you're a woman and you're over 40 years old and you have pain right here, this is deltoid bursitis. This is very common in people who are alkaline. You won't die of cancer, all right? But you're going to have fibromyalgia because you're too alkaline. You could also have sinus challenges going on in your body. A lot of times, if need be, we might have someone's blood assessed with a microscope. It's called nutritional microscopy. And when you look under the microscope, you see little holes on a certain dry slide, we call that. It's a sign of a leaky gut syndrome. Okay, a lot of people don't even believe in leaky gut syndrome, but let me tell you, it does happen. It's very common when people have weak adrenal glands. If bright light bothers your eyes, if you dizzy from a sit-to-a-stand position, that means your body is in a state of inflammation. I already mentioned the acoustic cardiogram. And digestion. Digestion is critical. Let me close with this one thought. Watch how you combine your food. What does that mean? We have a food combining chart in my Dr. Bob's Guide to Optimal Health. When you eat protein, protein needs more of an acid pH. When you eat protein like steak, you don't want to eat potatoes. When you eat steak, you want to eat beans, green beans. When you eat potatoes, you can eat that with another vegetable. See, steak needs acid and starches need alkaline. If you combine the two together, you confuse your digestive system and it can cause stagnation. When I was doing my Doctor of Natural Health study, one of the things I learned about was people who have a coated tongue. Coated tongue, the Indian term for that is ama. If you have a coated tongue, it tells me you're toxic. How do you become untoxic? Change what you're eating. That's what you need to do. You really want to have a pH of about 6.5. I know that we'll test all of your pHs that are in this room. If you're watching me on the internet, you can get the pH paper right off of your webpage. Our webpage should be about 6.5. You don't want it too low because you can get cancer. You can see what that's about. I'm not trying to confuse you. Also on our webpage and in my books we have a pH chart. Food that can keep you acid, keep you alkaline, okay? And don't drink fluids with your meals. Don't ever drink cold water. Thanks.